Hey guys, Joe here, doing a one take today. That's an X79 system. It's a dual X79 system. That's the next thing I'm working on for both channels actually, and I'm just waiting for the parts to show up to complete it. The reason I have an X79 and not an X99 setup is because the X99 setup got turned back in China to its original seller for some bizarre ass reason, and that one wound up buying the water block for my 1080 Ti, which is a video I was working on, but then a bunch of it was corrupted, so I have to re-edit it. And I think it's just my memory card. I've had it for so long. You can only do a certain number of writes and rewrites to cards, and I think something happened and corrupted a few blocks of memory. So I reformatted it. I haven't shot anything on it yet. We'll see what happens if it's actually corrupting again. It's probably that card, because if I record directly to my camcorder, my Canon Vixia, it's fine. My Canon Vixia is an R72, so it has 32 gigs of onboard storage, so I can just film directly to that and then download it onto the computer for now. I'm getting a couple of new SD cards for it, but until then, I just wanted to try and see what the difference was, and I think it's the card itself. So once I do that, we'll see how that comes out. Hopefully that won't be corrupted. I'm waiting for the parts, which should be here tomorrow, which is Friday for you guys, for this system, so I can build it. So those videos will be up in the beginning of the week. I'm trying to save some of the firearms videos because those videos were on the same SD card, and there's like 11 of them that I filmed that are corrupted. So we'll see if I can save those, and then we'll just continue on from there. I'm dealing with some leg issues right now. It's not being as cooperative as I would like after spending literally weeks in bed trying to heal it. I discovered some issues that were creating the delay in its healing. I've since addressed them. I don't like going to the doctor. I don't want to go to the doctor right now. And I don't like the doctors in my area, at least for the ones that I've dealt with, because they like to perform lobotomies, cutting off bits instead of treating the underlying problem. They just get rid of the entire thing, and I don't think that's necessary. So I'm treating it myself, and it's successful so far. So I'm going to be a little extra careful about that. Let's talk about, really quickly, one thing that I wanted to discuss, and this is as good a place as any to put it in, and that is, why do I do so many varied things? And the simplest answer I can put is because I can. And I don't mean financially able to do things. That's a completely different story. Since I walked away from the auto industry, I walked away from a lot of money to nothing. Basically, AdSense at just under 3,000 subs gives me more money per month than my disability does, as sad as that is. But I have the ability, mental capacity, at least for now, and still have most of my, main physical capacity. My manual dexterity is getting worse because of my nerve damage, but while it's still there, I want to do as many things as I can. So I like to rebuild video game systems. I'm looking at a stack of DSs I have to go through. I like to modify computers, such as this one, or the Redneck Water Loop, or all the other stuff I've built. I like to find deals on stuff. Can't really do that with the leg, but once the leg heals up, and hopefully the pandemic's second wave that's kind of starts to drop again, so that places will remain open, then I can go out hunting for stuff again and find some cool deals, because my shelves are bare of stuff to sell, and the people that used to buy from me are begging me for stuff, and I don't have stuff for them, so I'll have to get back out and redo that. But I like to challenge myself to do these things, to find a 1080 Ti that I can trade $150 worth of parts for, or to find good deals on eBay, or find a good deal that most people would have just walked by and get it, or to build something. There's no point in building a dual X79 system in 2020, or is there? We'll be examining that. terms of cost to performance, I think it actually makes a lot of sense, but you may not. You may look at this and go, well, why don't I build a Ryzen system? And if you're one of those people, fine, do it. But one thing that really throws me off is the person that, without trying something, denies something is possible or says why something isn't feasible. They're the people, not calling out anybody in specific, but I know many of them. They're the people that drive 1999 Honda Civics because they're always telling other people, including themselves, why something isn't possible that could advance themselves. You know, I worked with a lot of people that were comfortable in their little bubbles because they got just enough for them that that's all that mattered. And anything that was outside of that comfort zone wouldn't work, couldn't work, doesn't work, isn't feasible, is dumb. Why would you take that risk? Things get done when you take risks. Sometimes failures happen when you take risks. My failure to success rate, much higher than my fail rate. I think it was Wayne Gretzky who said you miss 100% of the shots you never take. You know, this X79 board may be slower than a new Ryzen. I don't care. I wanted to try it. The way I do hard drive setups, where I do multiple 1 terabyte drives with no RAID. Dumb as hell, but you know what? It's never failed me. Probably a bad example. That's probably really bad example. You should never do that. Protect your data. Actually, in the next build I will be. But like I said, if somebody says something doesn't work and hasn't actually tried it, don't listen to them. Try it. Outside of bank robbery, murder, souffles, and changing a baby while spinning it over your head. I haven't tried those, but I'm pretty sure those ones won't work. Well, ish. The baby thing, maybe. But yeah, that's about it. So as soon as those parts come in for this, I'll film that video, putting this thing together. As I've said a couple of times, I'm going to start uploading stuff to the second channel, which will be more in-depth. So like the build will be on this channel, the testing will be on the other channel. The finding of parts will be on this channel, the testing will be on that channel. So keep your eyes open for that. Another video for Patreon will go up early on Saturday. So if you become a Patreon member, you can get early access, 3 days, ad-free, all that good stuff. It'll be in the description. Check that out. And that's it. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get back up off my foot. It's fine, but I just want to give it its maximum chance to heal. And yeah, so until next time, talk to you later.